Hi all. Analytical service and touch System.GURU.Markets. Let's start with summary data for the company. If necessary, you can put it on stop. You can consider all the parameters of the organization under study more carefully. We will look at the organization's current fundamentals. Constellation Brands Inc., ticker STZ. The review was created on the basis of current data as of April 17, 2025. According to Classification Guru.Markets company, Constellation Brands belongs to the subcategory Narco. 59 organizations take part in the analysis. This is very representative. We'll look at the order table towards the end of this video. Result for the company, -6 out of 10 points. Average score for the subcategory, 2.1 points. If you look broadly, within the entire stock market in general, note that the average result for the entire market in total is 1.8 points. Against the company's score of -6 points, Constellation Brands. Comparing the dynamics of a company's share price, Constellation Brands, and subcategory shares, we can see that over 12 months the stock Constellation Brands Inc. showed dynamics of -29.2%. 38.9% are against price changes in the subcategory. This does not say anything definitively, but it is necessary to take note of this fact. Market capitalization of the company Constellation Brands is $33.08 billion. And the capitalization of the subcategory is $685 billion. Constellation Brands Inc. has a share of 4.831%. It is one of the small companies in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is estimated at $7.81 billion. And the capitalization of the subcategory is $184 billion. Constellation Brands accounts for a share of 4.249%. Having made a comparison of the shares of the exchange and book value, we will see the following. Occupied share Constellation Brands Inc. in the subcategory when assessing market capitalization is 4.831%. The balance sheet capitalization is 4.249%, which is 12% less than the share of market value. Assessment of the organization's share of the market and book value of the subcategory, bad, -1 point. The financial liabilities of the organization under study amount to $13.04 billion. Financial liabilities to book capitalization amount to 167% of the company's capital. Score based on the company's debt level, bad, -1 point. The ratio of a company's market price to its profit corresponds to 0. While the average in the subcategory is 21.3, which is much worse than in the subcategory. Assessment of market value to profit indicators in comparison with companies in the subcategory, very bad, -2 points. Profit for the last 12 months was -$81 million. Projected earnings for the next 12 months are tentatively expected to be $2,535 million. This is 3,013.6% more than the current figure. Assessment of the predicted future profit in comparison with companies in the subcategory, tolerable, 0 points. The company's value to revenue ratio is 3.2. The average in the subcategory is 3.3. This is 3% lower than in the subcategory. Assessment of the company's stock price to revenue indicators in comparison with indicators in the subcategory, good, 0.5 points. Revenue for the last 12 months was $10,210 million. Projected revenue for the next 12 months is unknown. which is extremely bad for the company's prospects. Assessment of expected future revenue indicators in comparison with indicators in the subcategory, bad, -1 point. The margin is -0.8%, with an average in the subcategory of 15.4%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 16.2%. Assessment of sales profitability in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory, tolerable, -0.5 points. The company's share in terms of the number of employees in the subcategory is 2.724%. This is 77% less than the market capitalization share. And this shows the imbalance of the company's current market price Constellation Brands Inc., probably towards revaluation. The amount of market capital per company employee is equal to $3,121,000. Whereas for the subcategory, $1,760,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the organization's indicators is 77.3%. Assessment of the amount of company capital per employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory, tolerable, 0 points. The volume of profit for each employee of the company is -$7,700, with the average in the subcategory, $82,600. And the difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 91%. Estimation of profit for each employee of the company in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory, tolerable, -0.5 points. Revenue per individual employee of the organization is $963,000. In the subcategory, there are $536,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 80%. Estimation of sales for each company employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory, tolerable, -0.5 points. The volume of sales transactions corresponds to 3.5%, with an average for the subcategory of 1.1%. This is an assessment of a possible short squeeze. Technical indicator RSI 14 shows a level of 53% for the company Constellation Brands. In the subcategory, this level is approximately 58%. Technically, subcategory securities are valued approximately the same as stocks Constellation Brands. The current valuation of the company's shares is approximately $183. The consensus price target for the company's shares is approximately $211. The difference between the current price and the consensus forecast is approximately 15%. Let's go to the order table, which is available to you. The link is in the pinned comment. The order table contains absolutely all decisions made in a given season by the information and reference evaluation system Guru.Markets. Access to the order table is absolutely free and open. Link in pinned comment. As a result of securities analysis Constellation Brands Inc. Information and reference assessment system Guru.Markets, the following decision was made. Open a trade down at a price of $183.03 per share. The order was opened due to the fact that the company has a relatively low rating. The company's assessment was made based on the assessment approach, the Akeem's Index. Take profit is set at 166.45. Stop loss is set at 199.61. In case the order is not closed by take profit or stop loss. In this case, the transaction is fixed automatically based on the results of the session on May 17, 2025, or on the last working day before this date. Ticker, TAP, will be the main buy order. The video of the main deal has already been published on this channel. when closing one of the orders, basic or balancing. The opposite order is fixed at the actual price. Thank you very much to the public for watching this video and for using the information system, Guru Markets. You are all truly the best audience on the entire planet.